Let me know now, guys. Hello. Oh, no problem, dude. I'm surprised people still watch streams nowadays. With the attention span. So yours is probably better than most. Alright, I definitely will go back in the rebroadcast. In the past broadcast. Alright. I already filled out the bank, so I'm definitely gonna hit 1,000,000 points soon this game. I know, dude, I know. They proudly put it up on my stream. I feel like I just want to rush these early rounds now. It feels so easy. After being in the 80s twice. Yes, for sure. 100%. 100% I am. Really? Maybe you've been away from Die-Rise too long, Kappa. Dude, for real. Really shredded the whole round. Maybe, dude. Actually, that's a good point. Braja, do you know? Sniper in my Twitch chat is saying that the BO2 icon, I mean Die-Rise icons didn't always look like this in Die-Rise. So maybe it's like a port thing, because they have like the same logos as Mouth of the Dead and Origins. Oh, cool. Yeah, that should definitely get the 30s over with faster. So, Sniper, Braja is saying all of the icons are HD except for Who's Who, so they didn't actually have to remake that icon. These imported. The OGs. Literally, dude. Literally. That means Transit and Nuketown have the HD icons mixing all perks except Tombstone? Yeah, probably. I played Busty Bow, they actually... I'm sorry, Town, and they did look like this. Yeah, the white controller stuff, the press square. Insanely fast. Insanely, dude. I tried doing the first, like, early rounds down at the elevator shaft where you can put the keys, like where you get the keys. Nowhere near as fast as this. It was so bad. Thank you, Snipe. I appreciate it. Have a good night. Bro, stop. What the heck? Why are you still here, dude? You just pop in to expose stuff. Waiting for the down to happen. It's like you're lurking the entire time and then you point out something. loved it. I love firing range. Hardcore specifically firing range. And it had that long range M14 too, suppressed, so I could just spawn trap. Oh wow, that's crazy though. Dude, you're right. It's the 60s again. Gotta keep that, because the 70s are always perfect. Like 70s move so well, but the 60s always have to do some trample safe strat. Got that correct. Dude, good question. Why does he not say anything? And the way you say it. Oh, I'm pretty sure there was a max in there. It's funny. Oh, I see, I see. Dude, what was the word he was using? Something southern too. You ain't tough. Oh yeah, he bucked up to her or something. Freaking Connor. Oh yeah, bow it up, that's what it was. Dang it, dude. This is the best case scenario, though. When I down though, I'm just gonna have to hope that when I can get the free perk from the jumping jack, it's quick revive, not who's who. That's all I gotta hope for. Cause she's not much different, bro, that's how. Yeah, this just forces me not to. The fact that I have 5 perks and I can't just rebuy Quick Revive whenever I want to. Just forces me. On the bright side, if I'm doing trade outs, it'll obviously help me in the box to have an extra box weapon on me. Dude, imagine. Oh my goodness. And all these posts. It's gonna be so embarrassing. For real. We'll make it through without all of them. For real, man. Oh wow. Dude, you remember Dope Gaming Nation? That's crazy. Oh, thanks, Bray J. That was like, Dope Gaming was like one of the top 10 rages of all time in town. Perfect, flawless 70. Oh, thank you, Bray J. Yeah, Dope Gaming. Somebody on Twitch brought it up. Dude, you're right. I remember I used to get so mad. People were like, why aren't you buying quick revive? And that quick revive should have saved his life on that game. Oh man. Freaking controller died. Second nuke right there. Just like Bridget said. Yeah, obviously Yoda Slayer was always respected by everyone, like there's no controversy. But it's actually quite interesting that nobody made a bigger deal that Syndicate actually glitched his 115. Yeah, nobody seems to care, I guess, yeah. And that was during the time that Yoda Slayer was getting his 151 Ascension World Record. And Syndicate was claiming all the fame by getting 115. Yoda Slayer was literally in the 150s as Syndicate was in the 115. That was the world record. That's what it was, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna like launch myself down the map. This is so scary. I put it in the worst possible location where he's gonna kill him. I should have put it facing that way for some reason. I just decided I'm gonna launch myself off the map. But yeah, that is insane. So disingenuous. And claimed all that, like, legacy from zombies. So unfair. Yeah, he was a good Minecraft streamer, obviously. We hit the 1 million. There's this clip going around of Minecon 2015 where it was like this guy like having a realization that all of his fan base are like 9-year-olds, and he's like so disappointed in the questions he's getting up on stage. All the questions were so... It was like 4th graders coming up to the mic. And he was like, oh boy, I play a lot of Minecraft. CSGO Lotto was so bad that every game afterwards added microtransaction gambling. Oh my gosh. The frenzy girlfriend reveal. Dude, you have so many memories. No, it was like a body pillow. I feel like Frenzy's biggest mistake was not streaming anymore and just going to that all. Like, I know obviously they wouldn't be streaming zombies. Like, it's whatever, dude. Like, you're gonna build a new fan base, and the fact that like some of them might end up sticking around. But like, just I don't know. The fact that he would still play, but he was just streaming on an alt account would not make sense to me. That just never makes sense. He had so much good momentum on Twitch to make it. Dude, they clowned you so hard. I'm sorry, bro. That was. Oh, I forgot. VSAT literally showed a picture of your 11-year-old self on stream, bro. You literally got cyberbullied that day. That was funny as heck, dude. I can't even lie. He zoomed in, I remember that. Wasn't it the red one? He started playing a characterized version of... Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, like, after 30, you also kind of like, as a guy, you're like, okay, dude, you come to a realization, like, what am I doing here? Like, you get all existential and stuff, so, like... I understand that. He built the fan base based off of this persona, you know, and like... Totally makes sense just to feel tired. I would have, obviously it's just so different. I can't be speaking for him, but having momentum on Twitch in general, and like if your viewers leave you, it's one thing, but I guess slowly transitioning into a more authentic version of myself, even though people are gonna stop watching, like I would feel more fulfilled if I'm gonna be playing anyways. It would be different if he just couldn't stream anymore at all, like due to other circumstances. But he was streaming. So BrayJ, I don't know what kind of smack Justin was talking to VSAT once, but like ultimately, VSAT pulled up a profile picture of him when he was like 11 years old, and he just zoomed in on stream. He's like, "This is who's talking to me." Like, this is the guy talking, everyone, and he had a really packed stream. And like. Justin could probably, this guy Justin in my chat could probably give you a better like explanation of what really happened and how it all went down. But man. Justin, they're literally laughing at you on YouTube, bro. He's like, what? He's like, don't remember what the fuck happened. I don't know. He wasn't even on my Twitter page. Yeah, I don't remember much either. It was like it's like a fever dream. I don't remember much, but I do know that you had like an 11-year-old picture of yourself on Twitter, and he somehow found that picture and he exposed you to all of his viewers, dude. Justin as in Downright Filthy, or is that someone else? So Downright Filthy was Kip. That was his name, Kip. Justin is some guy called Black Shadow 03. Now going as Shadow ZP in my chat. He was Pytrix's friend. I think that's where we met him. Or no, actually he was my viewer, and then he met Pytrix, I think. I don't even know how they freaking met this Justin guy. I forgot already. He's probably just a viewer. And then he eventually became friends with the Pytrix group. Brages on your Snapchat? Oh, cool, dude. Yeah, I also had a sniper in my chat earlier talking about the perk icons. Patrick stressed you out? Yeah, I mean everybody, but he definitely changed. He was like, not only immature, but the autism was just insane, like the ADHD, causing him to do really drastic stuff. Now, like, he's still kind of like hyper-focused on tuning and cars and all that, but he was not toxic like he used to be. His problem was how toxic he used to be. Well, yeah, apparently Justin guy said that you were in his Snapchat. Dude, we should just not move on so fast from the fact that VSAT literally freaking put your Twitter profile picture from like 2014 and you were freaking 11 years old, dude. Oh man, he really roasted you. In front of his, oh my goodness, in front of all his goons, man. Man, he really zoomed in on you. Oh, Vic. Dude, I talk to VSAT often too, like on social media, and eWillio, both of them I kept in touch with. He probably doesn't remember that though, obviously. So many days of streaming. He used to do so many 24-hour streams. Yeah, too close Twitch. Oh boy. Oh, I'm getting hearts. How am I getting those? Thank you for the hearts. That was like the OG VSAT when he had to look up at his TV and his eyes always looked white, like the beginning stage of VSAT streams. Like VSAT had a big early stage, he had like a peak, like his prime, where he was like pretty big, making money, and like Avesta days and whatever. And then he had like a slight, not peak anymore, obviously. Not that he fell off, but he still like was going hard on zombies. It's just that people kind of grow up, I guess. Like what happened with me, and like the followers are not on Twitch anymore, so the fan base just kind of doesn't even log in. Yeah, you remember those days? He used to be like always looking up. He would look down for the chat occasionally, but he was constantly, his eyes were like always white. Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna say it's happened to me at my Twitch, but like, where do the 3,000 people go? Like, it's 3,000 people. 3,300, dude. To not get like 10 viewers now, it's just like, okay, man, come on. Like, we're... I'm sure like a lot of you guys grew up, like, you guys don't like tune in Twitch anymore at all? Like, what? every once in a while, just for the nostalgia. Like, you're like, oh, this guy used to be pretty good back then. Let's check out what's going on. Like how did 3,300 people just disappear, dude? Like, mind you, I do have some of them on social media. Like, social media, I have eWillio. Like, I'm constantly talking to Emilio because he's a powerlifter too. So we just talk about, like, powerlifting. So eWillio, I have Nicole, I have some newer people, like some woman named Hannah. I have Mendoz, Pytrix I became friends with, obviously Justin, BSAT, some guy who used to be called Antonio. I still have him on my Instagram. Antonio, that was his name. We talk on DM. We definitely need an Elite Shadow revival. That's what's going on right now. Yeah, BO3 channel for that, the World at War and BO1 to BO... Yeah, that probably was true. Cause, you know, it's true, like... 2015 is when I had, like, some really good growth. I was going for insta-kill. My road to insta-kill rounds, eventually I got him. But, I got him, like, late 2015, right when BO3 was coming out. Like, December 2015, I think? Or November or something. So then by the time 2016 rolled around, it was kind of like, okay, Black Ops 6 came out, this new thing we don't really like. Although my high rounding peak was 2017 when I hit my 221 on Kino. And I finally got a reset. That's when I became a big player, technically. Like, first game to not, like, die out. First 200. See, the 70s are always super smooth for me. Like, it's so insane how, like, the 60s are always the one that, like, would give me issues. This one was smooth too, but the 70s are always so, like, flawless for me that I can just distract myself for some reason. My 70s are always super, super smooth. After I went through chaos in every other game. Oh, I appreciate it, Bray. Aw, look at how sweet. Yeah, dude, I remember that Kino game. I had, like, Frenzy in my chat, Broski. Well, their Broski... Oh, I always spammed a lot. Dang, that was bad. Their Broski, like, recently followed me on Twitter out of nowhere. Had I rack him up. You know, I asked ChatGPT about that, right? Like, how do I combine my field of interests with zombies? Like, and they were saying something like that. So that's not a crazy idea, Justin. ChatGPT recently told me that, very recently. There was somebody called Drifter on YouTube who did something similar. He used to do philosophical takes over his gameplay. He was a multiplayer guy in Black Ops 2. And that thing popped, dude. He would do like lifetime stories and philosophical takes. Bro, that series got so big. It was very good for him. I don't know if the Broski ever had a controversial game like that, to be honest. I think I want to trade out the end of this round if I get a chance. But yeah, Justin, I appreciate that idea. That you just reinforced something that had already been told by AI. I wasn't sure if it was like correct, but now that you mention it, like it's really pushing me to do that. Obviously, it takes effort to edit and whatnot, but it's just like it's worth it if it pops for a little bit, or at least gets somewhat of an audience. But yeah, they do get views. Zeus Cannons, yes, it was Zeus Cannons who had the controversial one. He was rivals with Dabrowski though, so maybe that's what you associate them to. C4Z Zeus Cannons. Yeah, exactly. That's what it was. Missing footage. Okay, I wanna go and like isolate a zombie. Alright, I wanted to trade out. Here we go with the fiascos, guy. We're starting with the fiascos. Okay, actually I have an idea. Before we get trapped in there, let's go and get a horde up. And I have the key this time. I do not remember that kid in particular now. We have the key, but we don't have the monkeys this time, so we still have to rely on luck a little bit. It's always a fiasco. Rip. I knew it. It's like I had to trade out that round and I couldn't get out. The 80s curse. Still knife. Wow. I mean, there's nothing I could have done. Like, literally, couldn't even install the key because of the fact that I had the horde. I'm shocked. The fact that I used those 2 shots and nothing gave me, like, no one gave me drops is crazy too. Because I was thinking maybe I get an insta kill and I can get him with the AN-4 there. And the thing is, I already have a 100 on this map. I already do. I have 101 or 102. But due to the Twitch highlight removal, I had a capacity of only 100 hours. I have no footage of it. I only have a picture. So I kind of just wanted footage on YouTube, you know? Like, I literally have a Steam picture, I have a picture on my phone of the round, but that doesn't mean anything. I want the footage so I can submit it. I don't know. I guess if I give it one more, it's worth it because it's really fast. But I do want to play mob, so I can cross off the 100. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're down and hold the ground, at least you can, like, trample Steam to the other side, no problem, so easily. That's a very recoverable area. You don't need elevators. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow night, actually. Maybe giving this another shot, and hopefully just getting a trade out. If not, we're going to mob. It's just mob is so slow to 100. It's like 9 hours or 8 hours. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow.